In the top stories, hundreds marched in Bastille to celebrate 40 years of Child Month. Health authorities probing deaths of 24 babies at Victoria Jubilee Hospital in Kingston, and India recovers data from crashed Air India flight recorders. Welcome to the ZIZ Midday newscast. I am Jasmine Thomas. Today is Friday, 27th June. The streets of downtown Bastille were filled with energy and color on Friday morning as hundreds of children, parents and teachers participated in the 2025 Early Childhood Development Unit Child Month March. Dressed in red, marchers paraded through the capital in celebration of the 40th anniversary of Child Month, which is being observed under the theme From Tiny Steps to Giant Strides, celebrating 40 years. The march concluded at the Independence Square, marking a major highlight of the month-long celebration. Child Month activities will continue across the Federation until June 30. The 27th edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival kicked off with high energy on Thursday night at Warner Park, where both performers and attendees embraced a vibrant atmosphere and shared appreciation for the music. Kent Fuentes has more.
Patrons began to make their way into Warner Park early for the opening night of the music festival that carried a soca theme. Patrice Roberts took to the stage, delivering a performance that left many wanting more, even taking time to get personal with her fans. Grateful for the love that is always shown to her in St. Kitts.
I feel welcomed. It's so much easier to perform. I didn't even want to come off the stage. I forgot that there were other artists performing, but I felt so honored and I had a great time.
While performing at Music Festival has also brought back memories of performing with her late fiancé, Ricardo Drew.
I felt so emotional because I just told the last interviewer that last 2 years I was here with my fiancé on stage and it felt so different, so foreign. I have to do so many things all over again and try to figure out my way through life. But being able to perform and grace the stage and being called to perform at St. Kitts Music Festival and all the festivals, it feels so amazing. It shows that my music is being reached. People are remembering me and my music, and I'm touching the hearts and homes of so many people.
Jamaican artist Shensia, who made it known St. Kitts was the first place she performed as an artist, ensured she would always be welcomed back to music festival stage with open arms. The local acts were not to be left out, as Road March champions, the Collision Band, reminded the St. Kitts public with their performance why they are kings of the road for Carnival. Happy to show the world the talent that exists in St. Kitts. Kent Fuentes, ZIZ News. Patrons.
A 64-year-old man from Deep Bay has been formally charged in connection with the disappearance of 15-year-old Janelica Romney of New Guinea, according to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. Selwyn Pringle, also known as Judge, was arrested on June 26 by officers of the Violent Crime Unit. He has been charged on 2 warrants in the first instance of the offenses of kidnapping and false imprisonment. The charges stem from an active investigation into the teenager's disappearance. While the police have not provided further details about the case, they confirmed that all available resources are being utilized to locate Janelica and bring her home safely. The police force has urged anyone who may have seen the teen or has information about her whereabouts to come forward. Individuals with information are encouraged to contact the nearest police station or the Violent Crime Unit at 662-3468 with the option to remain anonymous. In regional news, health officials are investigating the deaths of at least 24 babies at Victoria Jubilee Hospital in Kingston since the 1st of June, sparking concerns about a possible outbreak at the region's largest maternity facility. The Southeast Regional Health Authority confirmed to Observer Online on Thursday that a high-level meeting is currently underway to assess the situation. However, officials have not yet provided details on the cause of the deaths, and a formal statement is expected once the ongoing assessment is completed. The Victoria Jubilee Hospital, recognized as the largest maternity hospital in the English-speaking Caribbean, has faced scrutiny in the past. In 2022, 12 infants died following a bacterial outbreak at the facility. That outbreak, identified in July of that year, resulted in 7 deaths that month, with additional fatalities occurring through October. Nationwide news sources have indicated that there are currently no confirmed reports of a new outbreak. Instead, it's understood that the hospital has seen an increase in premature births in recent weeks, with some of the infants reportedly stillborn. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisasso Mackenzie said she was unable to provide a detailed comment at this time. Health authorities are expected to release more information following the completion of the internal review. And now for a look at news on the international scene. Investigators have recovered flight recorder data from the Air India crash earlier this month. The Civil Aviation Ministry has confirmed, marking a key step in the probe. At least 270 people were killed when the London-bound Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner crashed less than a minute after taking off on the 12th of June from Ahmedabad Airport in Western India. Investigators had earlier recovered both sets of enhanced airborne flight recorders, the black boxes, from the Boeing 787 crash site on the 13th and 16th of June, one from a rooftop, the other from the debris. It could be several weeks before the federal government is able to release information gathered from the recorders. That the particular aircraft model carries the 2 recorder sets to aid in thorough analysis. These combined units record flight data and cockpit audio. Data recorders track with high precision the position of gear and flap levers, thrust settings, engine performance, fuel flow, and even fire handle activation. The data can be used to reconstruct the flight's final moments and determine the cause of the incident. The cockpit voice recorder (CVR) captures pilot radio calls, individual mic audio, and ambient cockpit sounds via an area microphone. And now for the weather. Present weather is partly cloudy with slight dust haze. Winds are moderate from the northeast at 12 miles per hour. That's 15 miles per hour. Seas are 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. The weather forecast for today predicts partly sunny skies with brief cloudy spells and a 60% or moderate chance of brief passing overnight showers. Tonight is expected to be partly cloudy with periods of increased cloudiness and a 60% or moderate chance of brief passing overnight showers. Sunset today will be at about 6:49 and sunrise tomorrow will be at around 5:39. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.